45 part A, so 3x plus 1 is less than 5, modulus question, okay, involving an inequality. So when you got a modulus, right, the best way to get rid of the modulus is put plus or minus in front of them, okay, plus or minus in front of them here, less than or equal to 5, and then what we can do then is solve this by looking at both options. We got rid of the modulus by putting plus or minus here, so let's look at the plus option. So plus is just going to be 3x plus 1 is less than 5, or the negative option, negative that bracket then, is less than or equal to 5. So solve this then, 3x then will be less than or equal to, we'll take the 1 over, so you get 4, and so x will be less than or equal to 4/3. Multiply through by the negative there, take the negative over, so it becomes 6, and then when you're going to divide by minus 3, when you divide by minus 3, you've got to change the direction of that inequality. So x will be greater than or equal to minus 2. Okay, so you've got two results there, which we can put together actually. Okay, so we can say, look, x has got to be less than or equal to 4/3, but greater than or equal to minus 2. Put them together because it's got to be greater than minus 2, but less than 4/3, so it belongs together there. But the way I would go about this is start with this, right? Start with writing that down, x is less than or equal to 4/3, and then just this inequality, then just copy it here and then put minus 2. That's the best way to sort of put them together. Okay, so part B then, it says the function f is defined by f of x equals the modulus of x. Sketch the graph of y equals f of x. Okay, well, just to remind you, okay, with this, remember y equals x. What y equals x looks like, y equals x is that, isn't it? Okay, so diagonal 45 degrees there, that's y equals x. Okay, I put in modulus x, I'll be wrong there because I haven't done that yet. That's y equals x. If I wanted the modulus of x, I got to make everything negative positive. Okay, so what will happen is when I do the mod of x, right? When I do this bit here will actually stay the same. Okay, that will stay positive. But this negative bit here will become positive, so that's there. So say for instance that's minus 4, well it becomes plus 4, so it goes up there. If that was minus 10, that becomes plus 10, so it goes up there. So this bit of the curve gets reflected. Okay, so that's your modulus function there. So that's your mod of x. Then it says, on separate axes, sketch the graph of y equals f of x minus 3 plus 2. On your sketch, indicate the coordinates of the point where the values of the y coordinate is least and the coordinates of the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. Okay, so yeah, we've got to essentially transform this graph which we've just drawn. Okay, I'm going to draw it again here. Okay, this is my f of x is mod x, right? So we've got to transform it using this transformation. So with this, when you do a transformation, always focus in the bracket first. Let's do this minus 3 bit first, okay, in here, and it's in the bracket, it affects the x-axis, isn't it? So you affect the x-axis, you're moving across, and also as well, in the bracket, you always do the opposite. So because it's minus 3, actually, you're going to go then plus 3, you're going to go this way, okay, you're going to go the opposite way, minus 3, you're going to go plus 3, so this gets shifted, okay, and shifted across 3. So now this here will become 3, yeah? Okay. The other thing as well, you might notice, this is also going to be 3, right? Okay, because of the symmetry involved, because it's y equals x, isn't it? Okay. That's what's going to actually occur in this particular case here. So there is your f of x minus 3. Now we've got to do f of x minus 3 plus 2. So we've got to shift this graph up now, right? We've got to shift it. When it's plus 2, then we need to shift it up 2. Okay, so shift it up 2. Well, that minimum now, right, stays there. Okay, so the x value stays the same, but it gets shifted up 2. So we're going to go here. That's where we're going to start. So this point here is going to be 2. Okay. Just shifted up 2, but then of course where it crosses the y-axis at 3, that also gets shifted up 2, so we end up there at 5. Okay, so we've shown now where it crosses the y-axis. we've also shown the minimum point there, which is 3, 2, and this is your f of x minus 3 plus 2.